Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 113, 107, and it is April the 11th.
Yeah.
Sorry, not this time, Hutty.
No, we're not doing Homestuck. We missed it, thankfully. Today is the Bandit Vet Day.
Oh, I
They said to bring a stool sample.
feel like they always say that, and they never actually, I don't know. Maybe we have three cats, so I never even try, because it's like, okay, good luck figuring out whose is whose, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not going to like if she poops
Yeah.
right before we go, then I'll bring one. Otherwise, no.
What time do you two invasive questions. What time is the appointment? And when is Bandit's regular bowel movements?
11 and she poops in the like early morning.
Uh, so I've had vets recommend before that you just like shut her out away from the from her litter box overnight. So then that way when you get up, you can let her in and she'll be like, oh, I can finally poop.
Yeah, I don't want to take that risk. Cause
Yeah, instead she's just gonna like poop all over your clothes or something and be
yeah,
like,
and then be like,
ah.
well, now I have a new spot. Like, no, no. Also, really, she's just doing this because we have to get her like yearly shots for the
Yep.
apartment's like pet thing. This is not like oh, she's feeling sick. Like, no, she needs to go
Yeah, it's just
basically get her shots.
here's your shots, will baby girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta give her the shots, and that's it. Maybe they check her out. They'll say something's wrong with her. She'll need to eat some kind of pill. That's usually what
Mm-hmm.
happens.
Yep, they always do.
She probably will have to have ear drops, I suspect, because she has some gunk in her ear, but not like a lot.
I don't know. We got our cats are a little waxy and the vets never care
It just
because
depends.
it's never ear mites. It's just like, yeah, it's just wax. They're fine. If it's not bothering them, they're fine.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. We'll find
Yep.
out. Anyway, okay. Or do you want to talk about anything before we talk about global economic events in the Nintendo Switch 2?
Yeah. Takeshi Koike is making Lupin the Third.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't. I
So
haven't.
that's the guy. That's the guy who made Redline. He's the director for Redline.
Oh, okay. No, that makes
And
sense.
now, so I'm not 100%. I need to double check, and I should have before I got onto this very
No,
podcast.
that's fine.
But I'm not sure if he did Blood Spray of Goemon and Jigen's Gravestone and Uchiko's Lie or not.
I will fact check it for you. I will fact check it. Let's look at.
I don't.
He
I don't
did. Yeah, he
think he
did.
did.
He did.
Okay, he did. Okay,
So he's done.
okay. I
He's
was
done
like,
the
I
other
don't.
Lupin movies.
Okay, so he. Okay, good. Those are good.
Those are very good.
Um,
They got the
I
correct guy who did it.
I haven't. I actually haven't seen Fujiko's Lie,
I'm assuming it's pretty
but
good. I
but
could.
I
I
like Jigen's Gravestone, and I like Blood Spray of Goemon's my favorite. Oh my
yeah.
god, that movie is incredible.
I feel like I can take just from the other thing and give a blind recommend and say they're all going to be pretty good. Just watch them if you can or if you're feeling it. Blanket recommend,
Yes.
which means like that'll be
Say
the
so.
bad one.
Did he also do the woman called Fujiko, like
Uh,
the series?
I don't know.
Because I think all of these are kind of set in the same continuity.
I don't think so. At least it doesn't say
I would.
on YouTube quickly. It doesn't
Okay.
say so. It's just like the Lupin movies, Red Line,
Okay.
and then like some like Afro Samurai stuff.
Okay. That makes sense that he did Afro Samurai.
Yeah. So it's like no, it's a good stuff. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Nolan, if Nolan shows up, he'll tell us about G Quux, which I think is cool. I just haven't watched it yet because it's like on Amazon or pirate. I don't feel like pirating.
Yeah.
I gotta be in the mood. I gotta, and there's all, but like, oh, I'm saying if you are wanting some free Gundam info, just put up like all of 08th MS team, so you're good to go.
Ooh,
It's all
I
there.
need to watch
It's
Hate the
pretty.
Mess. I don't know.
It's good.
I feel like, what am I thinking of? I'm not thinking of Hate the Mess team. I'm thinking of
They have War in the Pocket.
this. Which
They,
one starts with a mobile suit guy having a pendant of some lady? I think that's 8th MS team, right?
I don't know. Oh, I think
He meets like he's like is it the Federation and
yeah,
Xeon in 8th MS team?
yeah.
So I think
They're
he's a Federation and he meets a Xeon lady and he gets a pendant from her and he doesn't realize she's Xeon or something like that.
I.
Then
It's. I think.
she's like the fiance of the Char for that series or something.
I think you're thinking of 08th MS team. That there's a part of that. Like
Okay.
there's like a love story there.
I
It
started it once and it's like whenever you put on Blade Runner and you're like, this is a little too boring for me right now.
no, you I will 100%. It is definitely it is the kind of Gundam where you got to be in a mood for it. Like this is not where you're like I want to see some robots fight, even though the robot fight's really good.
You gotta wake up at 1 in the morning and see the sniper episode again.
Yeah. Well, like listen, there's some Ghost in the Shells when you're being like, hell yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and then there's some Ghost in the Shells where like it's gonna look at you and say like, hey, you're gonna have to like pay attention. You're gonna have to like you're gonna have
Honestly, I think every Ghost in the Shell is like, no, you have to pay attention.
well, but I mean to I like what I'm trying to get
I know
at.
what you mean.
You know what
I
I
know
mean.
what you mean.
Y'all know
There's
what I
some
mean.
Ghost in the Shells that you can be like, surface level coasting. That's a cool robot.
Isn't
And then
it?
if you pay attention, you're like, that's a sad bot.
Or just here's police procedural. Or there's the Cowboy Bebop episode. I think Cowboy Bebop's more appropriate. Where like there's the Cowboy Bebop episode where it's goofy fun times, and then there's the one where it's like, and now the plot is here. Pay attention.
Yep. Yep.
Yo, you can watch Spike fight this like clown man. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Ad Pro.
it isn't it subtle how the entire series is saying living in the past will kill you? Don't worry about it.
Are you sure that's what it's saying? Look, Jet threw a broken clock into a river one time. That could mean anything.
It could mean anything. Listen, there's a lot of things that the immortal child who could only be killed with a bullet made from the past that instantly aged him. There's a lot that could be said. Who knows? Who knows what could mean there? I don't know. I don't know what it means.
Well, a lot in there. There's multi. It's like an onion. It's like an ogre.
Well, yeah. There's a lot going on, but I mean, listen. Like, big ups to like media literacy me in high school. He didn't get it. It's okay. It's okay. I've like come to terms. I've come to terms with high school Kevin not understanding the obvious themes. He hadn't seen enough actual movies and books yet.
Well, it's also you just don't have enough actual experience either.
Yeah, it's like it's the thing where you're like, man, Spike, you're
You're
the coolest.
16. What past are you looking back at and regretting?
I don't know, that time when, like I said, the stupid thing in middle school.
You're just like, man, Gatsby's stupid. Who cares about some stupid green light?
Oh
I'm on a
man,
motorboat. We're going towards the future.
hell yeah, hell. Oh, the Great Gatsby jokes. We were in there. I don't remember much of the Great. I don't remember it.
I like the Great Gatsby. I can talk about the Great Gatsby. Who was it? Who's the guy who wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I don't remember. God, I know his name. It's one of those on the tip of my tongue.
It's in there.
I'm not gonna look it up. I think that's like fact checking kills the podcast, so I refuse.
Yep, no, I don't agree. I agree. But I think okay,
Hunter S. Thompson?
yes,
Okay.
more fact checking to not do. I think it was him who once retyped all of the Great Gatsby to have an idea of what it was like to write a great American novel.
Oh, that's cool. I respect that. That's like cool. It's like it's like cool authors like crap. Like Kurt Vonnegut. I think Kurt Vonnegut's a cool guy. He's that kind of
Yeah,
like I'm like, man, you're a cool dude. I'm never gonna
I
be
have
that cool.
problems keeping him. Slaughterhouse Five and Catch 22 are not by the same person, right?
No, I don't think so.
That's
I
Kurt.
don't.
Kurt Vonnegut is Slaughterhouse Five.
Yes, he
Catch
is.
22 is not Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh God. Okay, who did Yo Yo? No, it's yeah. That's Joseph Hettler.
Yeah, there we go.
I had no that one I looked up because I had no idea. See, the
That
other one
that
I kind of
name is
knew.
not. Yeah, exactly. That brain, Joseph Heller is not in my brain because that's all he wrote.
Yeah. Yo, it's a good one. If you're gonna go one and done, if your one and
I
done is
mean,
Catch 22. You're like, hey,
well, let me rephrase that and say that's the only thing he wrote that people really cared about.
listen.
Same
If
way
I'm saying,
Upton Sinclair did The Jungle and fuck, I had no, oh, and Dolph. Oh, double fuck! I forgot the name of the author and then the title of the book.
hell
Lord of the
yeah,
Flies.
Lord of the
Like,
Flies. Yeah. No, but if you,
why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Why? Oh, I swear this one's in my brain.
Yeah, I have.
Oh well, screw it.
No,
I don't
yeah.
care.
But I'm saying
I don't
like
care.
if you're a one hit wonder and like that's your one hit one, if your one hit wonder was made into like an episode of The Simpsons, then like you're doing all right.
You know what? If you're a one-hit wonder, that's one more hit than most people get.
Yeah, live the dream.
Yep.
Live the dream. People, you get talked about before I get to complain about everything.
Yep.
How like my fear and loathing of wanting to play the monkey game.
The
That's
ape game.
yeah. I want to play that ape game with Donkey Kong where he punches through the wall. It's good.
Kevin, Ape Out is right there.
I know Ape Out is
Get
right
Ape Out.
there, but
Get Ape Out. It's the
but
same
this
game.
is this has like the terrain destructionality of the new Donkey Kong that I've always wanted from like Red Faction Gorilla, or as this one's called, Red
Yeah.
Faction Gorilla, which I thought that's a good joke.
Yep.
But
Yep.
like, I love it. I'm like, finally, someone's doing it. They understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because Red Faction Gorilla is one of my favorite games that like they couldn't make a sequel to it. They didn't understand how fun it was to just drive like a bulldozer through a building.
Well, I
like
don't
Last
think it's
Core.
also. I think it's also. It's not that they didn't understand the. I think it's that it gets harder and harder to do that level of destructibility as they keep getting more and more sophisticated in what they're modeling.
Yeah, well also it's like even like the 360 sequel to Red Faction Gorilla, which was terrible and was like tried to like they didn't know what
Yeah.
to do. They didn't know
Yeah.
because they tried to go like in a weird direction. I think it may have been like Uncharted. I don't know what happened to that game. That's a video
And,
essay.
well, listen, it's like how every time something gets exploded in anime now, it just somehow turns into cubes
Yeah, because they wanted like I think it's fine.
because that's a lot simpler. And Red Faction is like, there's a lot more polygons on this thing now. There's a lot more math to blow this shit up than there was the first time around.
Yeah, they didn't. But maybe they should have just did not. Whatever. We're a monkey time. Monkey time. Ape.
Ape.
Yeah, ape. Well, there's some monkeys there too.
That's true. Diddy is a.
Well, there's
What
some
the hell is
enemy.
Diddy?
I think he's supposed to be a chimp.
No, chimps don't have tails.
Well, then I don't know. He's a Kong. He's a sub Kong.
That's my issue. Like Dixie Kong is clearly a chimp.
Yeah.
I don't know what Diddy's a monkey.
I guess he's like a spider monkey, or kinda. I don't know. He had the tail, and he can like hang by his tail. That's like
so he
like
is
a
a monkey.
bonobo. I don't know. I don't. Is he?
No, bonobos are also chimps.
Okay, I
Or
didn't.
not chimps. Bonobos are also apes.
Okay, then I don't know.
And they have a highly complex social structure that
Yeah,
revolves around sex.
there you. Thank you, but no, yeah, that's gonna be in the new Donkey Kong gang.
Can you believe it took scientists so long to realize bonobos are our closest relatives and not chimps?
Well, yeah, because they didn't want to admit the truth. They didn't understand.
Freudian hangups.
They don't know. They're just like, yo, I don't know. I don't want to know this. But like that's where we're at. That
It's too
is
scary looking in that mirror.
yeah. They don't want to look at the monkey within or the ape within.
Ape,
I'm sorry, I like saying monkey. I think monkey's
I
just a
know.
funny word to say.
It is.
It's just like monkeying around. Doesn't hurt from
I don't.
Dexter from saying monkey the superhero monkey.
Monkey. I think Monkey and Diddy are the same species.
I would agree. I'd agree with
I don't
that.
know I don't know what that is beyond just monkey, but there's some type of super genus.
I think Kong is its own subspecies of ape. Like on the there's like a family kind of dividing line between like there's like Kong, there's like apes, monkey, and then there's Kong. And
I
Kong's
was
like in
gonna
the
say
middle.
Diddy's just adopted into it because all the rest of them are apes.
Yeah. I
Like they
mean,
are clearly
Lanky Kong
gorillas,
is an
chimps,
orangutan.
orangutans.
I don't know. That new one looks like a
What is
lemur.
a vampire's favorite primate?
I don't know.
An orangutan.
That's awful. Not even like good
Yep,
awful.
I know. That's my calendar of the day joke that it hit me with. I'm like, you can't just put shit together and be like, oh, there we go, got it.
That's not a good joke. It's
Nope.
not even like a good bad joke. Like seeing the TikTok videos or the short videos of people yelling all the brain rot catchphrases from the Minecraft movie, and I'm like,
Okay,
thank you.
Kevin, I've reworked the joke.
All right, let me hear it.
What do you call Dracula and Lanky Kong's impreg offspring?
I don't know. What do you call it?
An orangutan.
See, I thought you were gonna say Sonic the Hedgehog, and then I was really gonna laugh. Like I thought you were just gonna say like Sonic the Hedgehog, and then I would have been like, "Well done."
No, no,
Well,
God, no.
and I would have been like,
Other franchises can have impreg besides Sonic.
"Yeah, but like Sonic is the king of it."
Oh, let me put you on mute for a bit.
All right, I'll just start talking.
Or you probably can't even hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but now I can't. I might not. I'm just going. I'm just going. All right, this is what we're gonna talk about. It's just me, so I'm going to fill time by discussing. Basically, I'm not thrilled about what's going on with Switch 2, Switch Harder. I don't like that our prices for video games they're going up. Don't not a fan of it. I don't think it's good. Even though the complexities of the video game is a lot because some games I as much as I don't want to admit it, some games could go for $80. Like if like I played Baldur's Gate 3 like 80 hours. If that game was 80, I probably would have paid it. But I think your issue when on your general price increase is that most games are not worth 80. You're especially like 100. Like we all know Grand Theft Auto is going to be coming in at a cool $100 if not more. And I don't think that's worth it. I don't think Grand Theft Auto games are very good in general. I think they're more of a it's one of the games people play and it as like the first open world kind of game, at least GTA 3, where you're like, whoa, you can just get in the car and drive around and do some of the missions. Some of the missions are cool, but I feel that kind of game, the dead and slash dying genre of the immersive sim, your Deus Ex, your hell, like your Dishonored, your Praise, your I don't know, I can't think of it right now, but like that kind of game is more to me stunning. When like one of the most stunning things in a video game in recent history was not like Grand Theft Auto 6, because I think those months ago those games played that, but it was in Prey, where you could get like a toy dart gun, aim it through like a broken window, and shoot it to hit like the open door button, and it would open the door. And I was like, that's incredible. That's an incredible thing. Because like what your brain thought would work did. And I feel like those sorts of games can do it better than your open world city. I know a lot of people like to do crime and shoot gun and drive car, but I think a lot of those things are not done very well in your typical Grand Theft Auto, especially if they're going to go from like their Red Dead 2, because I hated Red Dead 2. I couldn't finish it. There was just too much, just garbage. Like, and I like westerns, but there was just too like gameplay is bad. I don't play a game to watch a movie. Unless that movie is directed by one Hideo Kojima. He gets away with it. I'll let him get away with it, but no one else gets to. No one else gets that. We don't no you don't get that privilege. Like Yoko Taro can make a video game and it has to kind of suck a little and then I'll play it. That's okay. Like that's fine. Swear he gets that, but you know, you don't get that very much at all.
We're back.
Welcome back. I was just
Sorry.
talking. I had a spiel about $80 to like $100 video games, and I complained about Grand Theft Auto. How do you feel about
Oh, that's gonna be
games?
$100.
No, GT. I said 100%, $100 if not more.
Yep. Yep.
So what do you
Um.
think about games getting another price hike, either basically before tariffs? So this is
Yes,
pre-tariff.
that's the. So I okay. This is the hypothetical that the same way we know GTA is going to be $100. I
Yeah.
know this is not going to happen. But if Mario Kart 8 is $80,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like a free stream of content supporting its tail, I think that's fine.
In my hypothetical, to me, if you want to charge $80, it would have to be a game of sufficient size and quality to
Uh-huh.
Baldur's Gate the Third. That
But
game,
like, you
well,
look at how long Nintendo supported Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
yeah, but they did like
And granted,
DLCs of that.
yeah, I know, but you got like, and you got those DLCs for free if you had their online service.
I still think that this is. I think the Mario Kart is they have Mario Kart and they know this is going to
Yeah,
be the sucker that's going to sell the game. This is the
yeah,
Switch seller. We're going to
yeah.
sell it, so we can push the envelope on this one. That's why Donkey Kong 70, which is
But
still a lot,
so
but
I'm okay with that 80, dependent upon what their DLC practice is going to be for it, because they have put a ton of shit into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
yeah. Also it's very weird because like part of me is like $80 per video game is not like end of the world. And if the game is good enough, I would do it. But it also
Yeah,
means that like I feel like you are hurting if as makers of video games if you think your game can be an $80 or like a Grand Theft Auto, you are
Hmm.
wrong. I think that is like
That's
such
yes.
a hyper specific small games can pull that off. And like I think most games are not. And I also think like okay, so like Switch with tariff because it was going to be like 450 pre-tariff, and then we don't know what it's going to be post-tariff because even they don't know. They took off the
Well, also the
pre-orders.
tariff has now been rescinded, and they
It's
don't
not
know if there's going to be one or not. Yeah,
not
not rescinded, but
rescinded.
delayed.
They no,
Delayed.
it's reduced. It's now just 10% universally.
Um,
That's one of the language that they've been messing with people. This is one of the
except in China.
China gets like 140, but everyone else's gets 10.
Yeah.
It's one of the things like, oh man, my dad's been so pissed off. Like he is so mad
Yeah.
about Trump doing this because he is not a Trump fan, and now he is just like, good lord, because it's like you're directly coming for his retirement account, so he is peeved,
Uh huh.
and you're
Yep.
coming for his
You're
retirement
just
account
fucking him.
for no reason, for literally like no reason, no rationale. He's just an idiot. And so like it's one of those things like I don't want to say warning politics, but no, it's directly affecting my hobbies directly. It might even directly affect my coffee. That's the thing that I'm very concerned about cuz we can't grow coffee in America. You can't do it. You have to import it. And I need my coffee in the morning. There's no alternative. I got to drink it.
Oh, Kevin, you just get an energy drink. Just slam that monster.
I don't want to slam the monster. Oh, that would. Oh, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad if they're like, "We'll just drink some Red Bulls and crap. Just get that tort." I'm like, no, no. But whatever. I'm cranky. But yeah, like that. So it's like that system. It's gonna probably be. I think it's gonna hit 650. I think it might be 599. I think the retail.
Um,
I think 599. If you're thinking.
it's because there's just been so much, both of like Nintendo saying, I don't know, Bowser said something about they had. Did Bowser say they'd already factored in the tariff with this price,
I don't
or
know.
did he give a non? And then
They gave
also, there's been
non-answers.
like, there's exactly, and then there's been speculators on both sides being like, uh, oh, it's not going to go up. Oh, it is going to go up. So I honestly don't know. But I feel like if Nintendo can already like subsidize the price of it for Japan, like they already are going to eat a loss on every unit sold in Japan just to support them because the yen is weak. I
Are
feel like they could keep it around 450, maybe go up to 5. I will say Jeff Gershman is very confident. 450 is just what a Switch costs now before tariffs.
yeah, that's what I believe.
So yeah, so I think that sounds accurate, and I just don't know though if Nintendo's willing to eat a bit of that, or if they're just going to be like, well, you know what, America kind of sucks.
I think they're gonna
Y'all can get it
hundred.
before China, but
I think they're just 100% gonna pass it on. Like you're. So
yeah,
I think because the Mario Kart is like 499. I think the Mario Kart
yeah.
bundle will be 599, and I think they'll just add an extra add a hundred to both. It'll be 499. It'll be 549 no Mario Kart and 599 with Mario Kart. That's my prediction because I feel like
Let's just
that.
add $100 to both.
Yep, just add a cool hundo to both. It makes it
Yeah,
because then you don't have to do kind of like you're not trying to you want to basically
yeah.
America likes things divisible by tens, and when you get higher, divisible
Uh-huh.
by 50s. Nvidia, they don't
Yeah.
like, people are not going to like
At
520.
$30. Yeah,
People
so I
are,
think safe bet is at 50 or at 100.
I think it's at 100.
The real question is, will Nintendo increase the physical games but not the digital games?
I think they're already doing that. Like that's there's something where like
Kinda.
there's something where like the
But
game cart costs $10 more or something.
I
That's
think
what
that's
I
Europe.
heard.
That's EU only, though.
Okay, but
I
that
think
may be
that's EU
coming.
only.
I think
Because,
I I I could see something where, because of the tariff situation, I don't know if digital goods are on the list. They might not be. So it may be
yeah,
some.
no one knows.
Yeah, no one, not even the administration knows. They don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
They don't
They don't
know.
know what a digital good is.
I don't think
Well, listen,
they.
they call AI A1.
I don't even think Trump knows what a tariff is, to be honest. I don't.
I don't,
I
he
think
thinks a trade war means it's winnable.
I think he honestly believes that a tariff is, you say I'm going to tariff the other country and they're going to say shucks and pay the cost.
Yeah, he
Like,
doesn't realize it just means they just raise the price of their
yeah,
own
they
goods.
praise it, they raise the price by X amount and then the people who buy it have to do it. I don't think he
And that's
understands that.
and that's ignoring the fact. Okay, let's take tariffs as good faith argument that they support domestic manufacturing.
Yeah. Oh, I think
Which
you're.
I mean they do.
Oh,
Japan
they
is
do.
very good. Like,
No,
but
they. I think you're. Yeah.
I would argue they do in any country except America, because America, our manufacturers just be like, oh, they're charging this much, we're going to charge that much, and then we're going to seek all that extra into profits for us.
Yeah, or just we'll just do it with $1 cheaper. So like,
Yeah, like
yo,
it's.
all right, if
I no, I don't even think an American company would do $1 cheaper.
you just do the same, so it's like, oh hell
You know,
yeah.
Kevin, this is they have stopped doing buy one get one free, and they have started doing buy one get one for $1.
Oh god.
Like
Oh
it's
lord.
yeah, I that's what American companies do.
No, they love it. I also think, I thought you were going into the thing where, let's take the most charitable view of, all right, your tariff idea is a super genius. You're gonna tank the economy for like 2 years,
Uh-huh.
and then eventually you're gonna build up
The
this.
2 years is very
That,
very
okay,
fast turnaround.
let's say the
But yes,
fastest
but
turnaround
yes,
is 4 years. You're gonna tank it for 4 years, and then everything's gonna recover. Well, I hate to inform you, but American politics work on a 4 year cycle. So President AOC is gonna walk in and then reap all your good rewards. Like
no,
you're gonna eat the depression of 4 years. I'm just saying, this is my most charitable
no,
view.
no, no. Well, no. Here's my most charitable view counterpoint
All
is
right.
still. Do you honestly think he considers even the possibility of not being president again?
Oh, okay. So you're saying we're going in. We're gonna, as I've as I so I like this is idea. So basically, you're saying I've collapsed everything. I have no hope. There's nothing. There's nothing left
I
to
have no
lose.
fear.
Okay, I get that. I don't believe that Trump is operating. So it's like Juniper on a Blue Sky, who I follow. She did like a big Substack thing where her hypothesis for the administration is that they're all trying to like go back to 1910 to 1920s to boost the birth rate, because that's where like that's Elon's big deal, is he wants like the birth rate up, and he believes that like basically women having rights and people not having factory jobs because they're too educated means birth rate go down. So we need to make society
Well,
simultaneously dumber and have less rights on women, and that'll make birth rate go up.
he's not wrong.
That will happen
Oh,
because
listen, if there is a family dynasty that knows the intricacies of that system, I would dare say it's the Musk.
Yeah, he understands how to keep a
He knows how
underclass
to
going, and
he knows how to exploit a labor class,
yeah,
just like his grandpappy told him.
yeah, he on his emerald mind, and he said, you must in vitro fertilize all these women because we know
Listen,
you're
just send them the man milk in the mail.
the turkey
That's why
baster.
it's called mail, Elon. That's why it's called mail.
Oh, it's terrible. My personal theory is that I believe Trump desperately desires some kind of Bender-esque remember me action. He doesn't care how he. That's why he wants either Canada to become like the 51st state. He wants Greenland. He wants something. Because when you look
You
at
want
him,
something big,
because
you know?
when you every one of his stupid things in the Oval Office, he has that dumb map behind him of like
Uh
Gulf
huh.
of America.
Uh huh.
And to me, he desperately wants that.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get Orange Tuesday.
I would say I would if I wanted to be really snarky and really make him mad. And this is why I can't be politics because it would backfire immensely. But I would run on saying, I'm going to erase your entire legacy. I'm going to erase your name from the history books. You will be forgotten. Like, we'll know your actions, but I'll attribute them to this mysterious dumb poop pants. That'll be how you're officially referred to. They'll be like President 45 and 47 dumb poop pants. That'll be you. And that would be what I would run on. Because that'd make him real mad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I would legally change his name. That would be my executive order.
My executive order.
Yeah, I would executive order in retrospect change all
Executive
references to Donald Trump to pee pee poop pants. And he could, what are you gonna
to
do?
all.
Yeah, and I would let him know it's happened, and then I would get my caucus to vote on it because they would. They're ready to do it, and I would do that. It'd be great. It'd be great. That's my genius
Oh,
plan. That's how I'd win. But man, I'm not thrilled. Not thrilled about having to look into global economics. Like I understand global,
and
like it's a thing. I understand.
yep.
I just don't want politics. Like when people say they don't want politics in their video games, they generally mean they don't want to see like a black person in their video
Yep.
games or a queer person in their video games. I don't want like when I say it, I don't want global garbage affecting like are you going to be able to get your Nintendo? So
Listen, Kevin, why did Nintendo have to make it political?
yeah, well, well, they should have just made their Nintendo Switch in America. It would have been easy. Why
Yeah,
not?
like oh, I don't.
Uh,
They had just announced everything. But why'd they have to make it political?
yeah,
They could have. They'd already said everything. But
yeah,
now suddenly they have to make a stand.
yeah. Against glorious leader, who is very smart. God, just ugh, hate it. I hate it. It also makes me anxious. It's one of the reasons why I unsubbed from WoW because I didn't want to play WoW, but I didn't mind logging in
Mhm.
every so often. But I didn't like having just a
Yeah,
sub going on in
yeah.
case like, well, what if my cell phone's getting kind of garbage? I'm probably gonna have to replace it at some point.
Yep.
I don't I don't know. Is the new cell phone gonna cost like an extra $300?
Honestly, I don't think I'm far away from going back to a flip phone. And I don't mean the new shitty fancy ones. I just mean like an actual like, oh no, it's a phone and that's it. It can text people and it can call people and that's it.
The one thing like my phone, well, no, you need that like port in there, that adapter, so you can put your MP3 on it. I need that. That's
Yeah.
very important. That's like one of the
But even then, I'm not up enough on them. but I feel like a flip phone is more likely also. It used to be smartphones too. You could just plug your own micro SD in to increase its storage, and then you could put whatever you wanted on that increased storage. But now smartphones are like, no, you can't do that, and you can't open it and put a new battery in either. But a
Yeah.
smartphone is shitty enough where that still might be possible.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Listen, like there's an argument to have like a shittier phone.
Yeah.
Although
What,
like
what am I using mine for? Checking email and looking at social media.
I
I
I
don't want to do either of those things while I'm out in the world.
I
Keep
use
doing
it
it.
I use it as the MP3 player, but I also due to like how shitty Samsung's MP3, I had to download Music Colette, #1 app, just MP3 player that doesn't need an internet connection. It just works.
Oh, I have VLC on my phone for the same reason.
Yeah, I just like I had to find like what is the app that just says play MP3. I can plug in my
Yep,
phone, put it in the music folder, and then hit play
yep, yep.
because it.
I would say if you do VLC, you get that and also then movies, and you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna watch a movie on my phone. It's
Yeah.
too hot. It
Sometimes you're on a plane and you're like,
Now then I might actually have the excuse to read a book. I keep saying to myself like I'll read the first Dune book. I keep thinking like one of these days I'll get around to it. It's on my pile of shame.
yeah, eh. I don't even think I don't know, dude. Okay. I say this. I like the first Dune book. It's very good, but if someone hasn't read Dune, I'm not gonna fault them because I don't think Mr. Herbert did any work to make that an accessible book.
Well, it's one of those like I feel like I should. It's like should I give this a try?
Yeah.
It's like I'm too into the nerd garbage that I would read that. Because if I wasn't, I'd probably read some like Warhammer book
Yeah.
or BattleTech book. And I don't think those are very good. I don't think the MechWarrior books are good. I need to round out. That's one of my things. I
Read a
try.
Magic the Gathering book.
Oh, those are like the worst. Those are like dumpster. Like those are there's there's like dumpster. Like I remember reading a Magic the Gathering novel in high school, and even at that point, I'm like, this is a little much. This isn't very good.
I I read the Kamigawa trilogy and the Ravnica trilogy.
I read one of the fronts when it was pre. It was called Magic Arena, and it was like pre the story. The Urza and Mishra and them weren't even in it. It was just like they got some person to write a book, and
Yeah.
it was like about a wizard, Garth One Eye, who shows up. It's like a card in one of the like other sets. They put him as a
Yeah.
card, but he was in like a city and he had to go do magical duels and get different types of mana, and it would be like,
Mhm.
and it I'm trying to sell this because it was not very good. It was
No, listen. I this past week has been watching some Spice 8 Rack videos, and
yeah.
then they recommended watching MTG Untapped for their like book summaries. And I started listening to the book summary for Lorwyn, and even that, I'm like, this sucks.
It's not
Like you're
good.
putting all the chaff out and trying to make it better, and it still sucks.
It's so baffling. It's so because like apparently the director who did the Blackberry movie is doing the Magic the Gathering movie was announced, and I'm
What's
like,
the Blackberry movie?
you know, the movie about the Blackberry, the phone. Well,
No, I don't.
yeah, you know, well, the BlackBerry, they made a like a documentary slash movie slash whatever dramatization of like how they made the
Oh,
BlackBerry.
sure, they made the social network,
Yeah,
but for BlackBerry.
yeah.
Got
So
it.
basically, there's in that was the one like Social Network, and then the BlackBerry movie, and then that kicked off the trend of we're just gonna make a thing about product the film,
Yep.
And that person's
Yep.
doing Magic the Gathering, which I guess if you defined it as product colon the film, that makes sense for Magic the Gathering. I get that now. But I don't think it's going to be about like the creation of Magic the Gathering. I think they're going to try to make like a serious whatever, and they're going to fail because Magic has no good stories. There's no good Magic the
Yeah, like
Gathering stories.
honestly, if you just made it had the flavor of like Clerks 1, and it was like Richard Garfield in his basement with his like, colleagues trying to make Magic Alpha.
Yeah, you did the
I
Social
think
Network,
that
but with Magic. That'd be
I
fine.
think that's the movie.
That would
I don't
work.
care about Jace. I don't care about Chandra. I
I've
don't care
never
about
cared about.
Farouk.
I've never
Or
cared about Jace. Ever.
Jace sucks.
He's terrible.
Like, and I think it's clearly evident of like, oh, he's supposed to be the one most like our players. Yeah, that's why he's stupid and sucks. He's lame.
I hate Jace. I Chandra's like fine, but I don't like her. I'm not like, oh yeah, Chandra. It's just like, nah, she's like
Yeah,
Fire Lady.
Chandra's just bland. She's just like, wait, I thought Jaya Ballard was already here.
Listen, you'd think, and you'd think as someone who likes goth GF evil woman that I'd be like, man, I love Liliana, but I think Liliana also sucks. She's not.
Yeah, she's super
She's
lame.
not good. And
I
I'm
like
predisposed to like that kind of character. I'm like, that ain't it.
they gave her a slow orchestrated Linkin Park cover,
And I
and it's
laughed.
still not the
I
good kind of bad.
laughed. I laughed at it. I remember hearing people say that it was good. I'm like, those people are wrong. I laughed at it. And I like cringe. I thought that the Devil May Cry intro, I haven't seen the show, apparently it's bad. But when they did it to like
Not surprised.
when they did it to like Limp Biscuit, I clapped. I was like,
Yep.
yes, this is good cringe. This is good. When they're saying I'm rolling, I'm like, that's good. But no, Magic is bad. I don't like any Magic the Gathering character. Maybe Squee. I think Squee's okay.
Quick aside. On the Limp Bizkit
Yeah.
Avenue, Kyle Gordon, the guy who did last summer's hit of the summer with the every 90s Euro beat song,
Yeah.
he has now released every 90s new metal song.
Oh, I need to check that one out.
Kyle Gordon, check it out. It's
All
well, the chorus hits and you're like, oh fuck, this, yep, he got it. He got it. He said it.
Very good. I also keep thinking about that one. It was
But yeah, like, okay, what Magic the Gathering characters do I like?
I'm trying to think of it. Like, I like Squee the Immortal Goblin. I liked him. But that's just because
I like Hidetsugu.
Hidetsugu? Okay.
Yeah, I like Hidetsugu. Because I like in the first Kamigawa, he worships the chaos, all-consuming Oni of chaos, and then when it's like gets its ass kicked and starts to run away, he's like, nah, I'm gonna murder that thing. And then we see him in Neo Kamigawa, and he has become the all-consuming Oni of chaos.
I I
That's character development.
I kind of like Urza Mishra and Yawgmoth. I kind of like them.
I don't know anything about Urza and Mishra. I think it's the Spice 8 rack history of them. Was it a Spice 8 rack? I think it was. Or it's incredibly stupid.
I want to say that I'm
But
judging this
like,
on Magic the Gathering tier. This is like
I like, but you're onto something. I like Yawgmoth / Phyrexia and Nico Bolas.
I do like
Those
Nikki
are my
B.
Favorite Magic.
I
Those
like
are my favorite Magic the Gathering characters.
I do like Nikki B.
The villains.
I don't like Ugin. I like Ella. Actually, I do like Ella Schnorn. I think it was a shame they killed her in story. Ella Schnorn's great.
Yep.
I like Shieldred.
I like seeing white is the evil color.
I didn't like Heliod, but I like the card, so I'm kind of like friendly towards it.
I don't know what that is.
He's. They also did because WotC has no thing in Theros. Heliod, the sun god, aka Zeus, aka the white god, was the villain again.
Oh, okay.
Got killed kinda by Elspeth. It turns out they made her like angel power. It was dumb.
I thought she also got murdered by him,
Yeah, but then she didn't.
but she got better.
Yeah, she kind of got. She just walked out of the dead zone. She just left. That was listen. The story where she got better was the one where they canceled it because the Magic the Gathering War of the Spark book Part 2 was so bad that Wizards of the Coast shut down all story.
Yep. Yep.
Where I've never seen it
Okay.
done. I have never seen it done here or since, and it's one of my favorite things because all story,
Yep.
like it wasn't even just Magic. They're like the Dragonlance book was coming out, close it, delay it. We need to like fully reassess literally everything.
Another favorite character, not the narrative version, but the card version of Teferi. I think that's one of the biggest villains in Magic.
Ah, Teferi. I actually kind of like Teferi. I think Teferi's all right, but Teferi has his roots in like the Urza Mishra stuff. Like he was
I
Urza's
yeah. So
student.
I uh-huh. Yeah, I know. So I think that's why he does also work narratively as a character because he's just like, man, Ursa sucks.
Urza
This is
sucks super
bullshit.
hard, and I think so. There's something like, and I don't want to be like boomer, but I do think that the '90s Magic, the Gerard and the Weatherlight, that stuff
Yeah.
hits better. It's not good. I don't think this is like
No,
good
I agree.
fantasy. I think it's sub Dragonlance. And Dragonlance is like Dragonlance is my I like Dragonlance and it is my like bar of if you need to be at least this good before I consider you like actually good, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, I get you. I
Like
get
I
you.
like it. I think those books are great. They're still good like adventuring novels, but like you need to be at least this good before I'm like, "Oh, that's a real
Mm,
book." That's a real book.
yeah.
That's not just like oh here's the Warhammer like there's the Warhammer book where it's the spaceman and he's fighting the aliens and you're like that's okay, that's fine, I read it. And then there's the one
I
where
think I think what helps the Gerard Weatherlight story is that even without reading the books for them, they did so much to turn that story into the card game.
oh yeah.
And I think that is a fascinating way to attempt to tell a story is a card game as your chosen medium.
And the thing is, like, I know I didn't read any of the books with these characters in it, but I know who Gerard and the
Yeah.
Weatherlight crew is. I know that they
Uh-huh.
went to Wrath, and I know that Wrath is a
I know.
bad place where Phyrexia
And
lives.
and Korvac became a vampire and
Yeah,
killed Miri.
yeah, because the card became a vampire and you tap it to
Yep.
kill. It's one of
And then
those like,
Planar Chaos has like the alternate version where Miri becomes the vampire. And
woo.
Korvac starts getting redemption. It's fascinating.
I liked the Eldrazi, but I don't like that there's only three of them and they keep using the three aesthetics.
Oh, I think they're boring as fuck. I think it's appropriate that they are colorless because they have no spice and no flavor.
My biggest complaint is that you see three of them, like you see Ozilek, Kozilek, Ulamog, Kozilek, and Emrakul, and they only
Yeah,
use those aesthetics. Like every time it's either one of those. Like, give me
yeah,
another one. You can make an interesting one. Give me an
yep.
interesting
Look,
one.
Kevin,
Give me a
Kevin,
neat one.
what would you say if crazy idea here? Check it out, check it out, check it out.
All
See
right.
if you pick up what I'm putting down. What if somehow they infected a new plane, but that new plane infected them, and you started getting Eldrazi that have colors. Think about it. Think about it. I
Mm.
just blew your mind, didn't
You
I?
you blew my
Think
mind.
about it.
You
Think
blew.
about it. Eldrazi's and each of the five different colors, each one starting to get its own unique flavor and spin. Think about it.
Oh, I could.
Build up multi-year storyline build up. Close it out with one set. Bam. Did I
I
say set? I mean
no, yeah,
one
no.
standard release.
Once they, but Drew, how are we gonna do that storyline when we're doing such sets as Spider-Man and Avatar: The Last Airbender? How how,
Uh,
how we
how are we even doing Avatar: The Last Airbender? That's four elements and there's five colors.
well, you get like the Avatar one. That's the all of them.
I have dipped into Echo Johnson, and I don't know why.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just. Magic gets me angry.
Listen, you're 2 beers deep and you're scared, and you need two more before you're brave again.
Yeah, because it's just Magic's so stupid. I play it every day,
Uh-huh.
but I don't. It's one of those like Magic the Gathering is a game I play every day around breakfast, lunchtime, or basically food time, the food break time. I play it. I do some daily quest. And if someone said, "Should I get into this?" I would say with a full heartedly, no. Don't play Magic the Gathering.
Like,
That
not to be a boomer, but I think I can point at Magic and say it was literally better when I was playing it.
it was.
Like the only thing selling Magic now is these tie-ins, and it's because Magic itself like sucks. I
Oh,
think this idea of getting away, I I don't understand the move away from a release that is like, okay, we're gonna visit this world, and there's gonna be like 3 expansions in this world, so that way we can develop these ideas. I
here's the
do
thing.
not.
Your
Why
year
would you move away from that? Why would you say, no, we're just gonna pump one and done, one and done, one and done, build that IP, baby?
because they tried to do it and then they failed, and it was really showing because like you'd get all these like worlds that people liked, and then they were there for like so the Kaldheim Viking set. Was really cool. I liked the
Mm-hmm.
Kaldheim Viking set. It was cool. It had a lot of stuff going on, but it had too much stuff going on, and people were like, "And now we're gone." Like, there's all this stuff about like your 10 realms or whatever. Like, not even your stuff, but you had like your realms of, and each realm had its own like
So
rules. But we
how
didn't.
many how many expansions were in Kaldheim?
One. There's
So
only
yeah,
been
like
one.
exactly. Why would you not do at least two? Then you can introduce some of these ideas, let people get familiar with those, and then you introduce the more complex stuff.
Yeah, but now we have to do like wacky races.
Oh, it's Lorwyn's fault, isn't it?
It's
It's
not.
actually Lorwyn's
No, it's
fault.
not Lorwyn's fault. Because
I
Rap,
think it
I
is.
don't think it is. Because Lorwyn was fine.
No, Lorwyn was so quote unquote complicated, it made them streamline all future magic sets.
Mm,
Like, watch if you have not, I highly recommend Spice 8 Drax Lorwyn video.
I've
Uh,
watched that
where they,
video. I just can't remember.
but they, yeah, so they talk about this of like, okay, here's 4 cards on the field. Can you count every single way that all of these interactions trigger off of each other when you want to play this one card and then attack with everything? And
Oh,
it's a lot. It is, but it's what I want out of. Okay, actually, I don't want to play card games. I don't really like playing card games, but it's that. It's I want that grok. That no gronk. What's the term we use when something
Grognard.
crunch? Yeah, I want that like real crunch. I want it's nah. There's a lot of shit happening.
No, it's that I get that when I'm playing a game and it looks like an MS Paint or like an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm
Yeah,
like, here's my character, passive Acra, great game, where you make your build, and your build is to make yourself more encumbered because your spear operates on encumbrance, so you have 0 speed and like 9,000 weight, and every time you get counterattacked, you shoot out a wave of like earth energy that does like 50 million damage. And you just don't
yeah.
move. And you're like, yes, I've done it.
And so I think reducing the number of expansions per set is their way of trying to cut that. Like, cause they're just it got too complicated. Players didn't like how complicated it
Which is why
became.
now they made standard last for 3 years instead of two. And
But
there's a lot of bad that's going on in
and it
Magic Standard right now. It's real
and so
bad.
I don't do. So I know Magic sets used to be. If I looking at Kamigawa Interact,
Yeah.
they would also try to build in a certain level of interdependency. So even when the new set came out, if you had a Kamigawa deck that you're running, Ravnica would not be wholly empty for
No,
you.
they've done
So like,
they would do that. They have done that for eight, where like sets are designed to have pieces for future sets and pieces for past sets in them.
okay,
So like
they are still doing that.
they're still doing that. Like Tarkir has some goblins, so that you
Okay.
can run them in your goblin deck, and like the wacky races had some goblins, and then like the pirate one, no, the cowboy one had some, and you can kind of like mix and match to get your goblins going.
I was like looking at Kamigawa, it's like literally, that was a bad expansion. So, but if you're running a spirit deck, they intentionally are like, okay, Ravnica is going to have a decent number of spirits in the city, so you can build that into your Kamigawa deck.
Yeah, so they did that. Their biggest issue right now is because their standard sets are they went from 2 to 3 years. Is you
Yeah.
have unwelcome, like there's cards that should not be that were designed to not be around each other, but are now
Yeah.
because they got, so you get crap like there's the current best cards are like, it's like a two
Mouse
mana.
aggro.
Well, mice aggro is stupid because of one, like there's basically mice aggro is stupid because the enchantment set released enchantments that are too good. And so you have like equipment that goes on your mouse and then it supercharges it to the point of like your 1 mana mouse can now have like 3 auras on it, and if somehow they get through the protection of the auras and they kill it, then the mice deals its damage directly. So like even killing it is not enough. You have to like exile it, or it's
God.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's bad. Or the one where it's up to Beanstalk, which is a 2 mana enchantment that everything over 5 mana cost draws you a card, and there's currently a ton of ways to reduce cards in their mana. So
Uh,
basically, you're turning your
you're
deck,
playing plenty of fun. Yeah.
your expensive deck, which should be slow and do, is now able to like to every card draws a card, which means
Yep.
you will win in the late game, and it's not good. But I still play it. I'm still in there, but I would not play. Like I don't want to play a physical card game. I just don't want to do it.
I feel like I would be more apt to play Magic online if like you could play Popper.
Well, I mean, like
Like that's I think that's my problem with card games in general is it's such like no, you have to have this card. Like you have to have this card. If you want
yeah.
to be competitive, you have it's not like a fighting game where at least like, oh you can pick a top like it's the same idea, but at least in a fighting game, you have all the tools at the start and it's not like, well, I just lost. I didn't draw the card that my deck has to have to run and I just lost.
To me, it's the biggest deal of a card game, and I think its inherent flaw is that, and I think it's one of the things that like Richard Garfield, that I believe, where like the whole thing is designed to not have a copy of either every card or not have 4 copies of every card, because once you do it, that is a very different game than I opened up like 4 packs of cards and I'm trying to scrounge together whatever, because then a lot of the cards kind of matter, and you can make your strong card because you might have 1 or 2 of them, instead of like, here's my optimized deck. I looked online. It was there. I am in high school slash college. I can't afford to just crank like 5 booster boxes or buy the $50 deck. And if you want to be that
Yep.
kid who bought the $50 deck, people don't like playing with you because they didn't.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, you can win, but no one's gonna be like,
But
okay.
but not if you're playing a giant free for all, then it's like, oh, everyone attack him. Listen,
Yeah.
if it comes down to like three people left and he's gotten up and going, he's won. So just kill him first.
Yeah, no. Oh man. That was like one of the last games of Paper Magic when I briefly tried to get back in to play Commander. And I remember because I put kill spells in my deck, and one guy every time he played his commander, I just killed it because I didn't want him to start going, and he just got really sad. Like he was physically sad. He put his head in his
But yeah, it's
hands.
just like no.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you play Joda the Unifier because it basically gives all your legends cascade into legends, and it gives them all +1 for each legend. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I've played that card. If it lives, you win, so you don't get to have it.
No. You went too hard on your one guy.
Or you didn't run enough interaction. That's your problem. You got to run your interaction. That's your meat and potatoes in card games, and it sucks super hard. But it's like, yeah, I know you want to play the cool dragon. Nah, you got to play that 2 mana kill target creature. You need 4 of those. And then you need your cat. All right, but anyway, I'm done rambling. I think I got everything I wanted
That's
to get
it.
out.
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Yep. Later days.
later days.